Hi, church. Thanks for spending a few minutes together. I just want you to know that now that Bible classes have started meeting again in person, and that we have several possibilities of classes on Wednesday nights that you can view throughout the week, we are gradually fading out the daily devotionals. Now we're down to 2 a week on Tuesdays and Fridays, and we'll continue that and then gradually fade them out altogether. But what about today? Have you ever had a scripture that just captures you, that speaks to where you are and how you spend much of your life? I have such a verse. It's Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. I learned it originally in the New King James Version, so that's why I try to remember, where he says, "Let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we will reap a harvest if we do not lose heart." That passage has meant huge blessings to me throughout my ministry, because it was back in my early ministry that I learned this passage. And it was back then that I only know now how little I knew then. But I was seeking, I was growing, I wanted to do good things for God. I loved the Lord, I loved people, so I could not preach. But there were the sleepless nights about the marriages that were struggling. There were the sleepless nights about the church conflicts. There were the sleepless nights about the families that needed to grow spiritually. And so a lot of that weighed on me, but I kept coming back to Galatians 6 and verse 9, because here is what I heard Paul, the seasoned statesman of ministers, say each time. First of all, I know you get weary. It was validating to know that someone was aware that I got discouraged, that I wondered at times if it was worth it, that maybe I should try to sell insurance. It helped to know someone else had been there. Secondly, I was investing my life in good things. I was not seeing results, and so I was becoming impatient. I expected to see good results from my doing good, and it was tempting to want to force things, to even manipulate people, to throw a tantrum. But it was reassuring to know I was investing in good things. Thirdly, it said to me, this is about God's timing, not mine. My job was to be faithful each day. My job was to say yes to the Lord. I needed to let God be God. And finally, I saw Paul saying, God would eventually bless my efforts. He would take care of the outcome, so I could relax. I needed to work hard, but I could be at peace because God and sovereign Lord of the universe was watching and working. Laurie was generous enough to put that verse in calligraphy so that I could have this reminder in front of me all the time to not grow weary while doing good, for in due season I would reap a harvest if I did not lose heart. And now I hope you have that reminder too. God bless.